G'day and welcome back to the garage. In the previous episode of the RM250 build, the forks were disassembled, ready for rebuilding. In this episode, the forks will be reassembled and fitted to the bike. Let's get started. Assembly of the forks really is as simple as reversing everything we did in the previous episode. However, it's really important that everything is clean and tidy and that nothing is damaged in the process. And that's why I'm adding some electrical tape to the top of the lower tube. It covers over the sharp edges, which protects the seals whilst they're being installed. Before any of the new parts are fitted, everything is given a coating of new fork oil, another seal damage prevention measure. Before the upper and lower parts can be fitted together, I'll need a method of driving the seal into the upper tube. I'm going to use a small length of PVC tubing which has the same diameter as the seal. It needs to be split into two parts, which I do on the bandsaw. And once everything is fitted together, the PVC tube is used like a slide hammer to evenly press the seal home. With the seals now fitted, the compression damping assembly gets some new O-rings and a sealing washer before being fitted to the lower fork tube. The damping rod is then oiled and fitted to the fork. And this is where I get to use the special tool which was made in the last episode. Here I'm attaching a length of wire to the lock nut. You'll see why later on. Well, we're getting close now. The fork is filled with oil and then slid up and down to get the air out of the system. And after refilling, it's left for 10 minutes or so for any air bubbles to escape. And while I was waiting, I took a look at the next piece to be installed, the fork cap. It had some damage and was slightly corroded, so I took a skim off the top on the lathe to remove any of the surface defects. And after the fork cap was complete, it was time to set the oil level. At this point, there was too much oil in the fork. I used a large syringe to remove the excess oil until I achieved the measurement specified in the manual. And here's where that wire came in handy. And that's it, one rebuilt fork leg. Actually, make that two. And there we have it, a pair of worn out dirty old forks, rebuilt and ready to go. Make sure you keep an eye out for the next episode of the RM250 build. Thanks for watching, see you next time.